Good morning, Zambia. Welcome to our special Youth Day morning breakfast show. I am your host today, Shepherd Mulenga. Today, we are actually celebrating the energy, creativity, potential of young people across our country. Youth Day reminds us that young people are not just the future, they are the present leaders, innovators, and change makers. This year's theme is Arise and Soar. This theme encourages young people to speak up and share ideas and create innovative solutions that can transform our community and our nation. We are also wishing our mothers Happy Women's International Day. The theme for International Women's Day was to give to gain. And indeed, truly, mothers are givers by nature. Today on the show, we will discuss youth empowerment, opportunity for young people, the role of young women in leadership, challenges youth face today, and how we can build brighter future together. Stay with us for an inspiring conversation. Coming up today, we have the latest news making headlines, your weather forecast to plan your day, and different sectors, lifestyle tips, inspiration moment, and more. So grab your breakfast as you are watching us, gather the family, and let's begin a brand new day. This is Light TV Zambia. National Youth Day theme for this year is Arise and Soar. What does it mean to you personally, and how are you going to use it for the rest of the year? So we would love you. You can share in. You can comment on Facebook. If you are watching us on Topstar, there are lines that are scrolling on the screen, and you can phone in so that we can have a conversation and we can hear how you are going to celebrate your Youth Day. Thank you so much for watching our morning breakfast show. We're going to take a short break, even as we'll be joined by the guest of the day that we are having right now in the studio.
Admission is now open. Are you looking for a nurturing environment that fosters academic excellence, creativity, and personal growth for your children? Look no further than Christ Life School. Our dedicated team of educators and staff are committed to providing a world-class education that prepares students for success in an ever-changing world. With a focus on holistic development, we offer a range of programs and activities that cater to the unique needs and interests of each student. Why choose Christ Life School? We have experienced and passionate teachers, state-of-the-art facilities and resources, personalized attention and support, opportunities of extracurricular activities and talent development, strong emphasis on values and character development. So there you go. Admission is now open for 2026. Enroll today. Contact +260 976 840 108 or +260 968 594 434 or send an email on christlifeschoolzm@gmail.com. Christ Life School.
Welcome back to the morning breakfast show here on Light TV Zambia. As we continue celebrating our Youth Day under the theme Arise and Soar, we are joined by a very important organization that is making a difference in the lives of the young people. Today in the studio we have representative from IYF, that is International Youth Fellowship Bethel, a youth conference resource center, an organization dedicated to youth development, mentorship, leadership training, and empowering young people to teach to reach their full potential. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and we are joined by two representatives that actually will introduce themselves, and they'll be able to share with us what their organization they are doing and other things that they are interested in that they are doing and empowering youth. And truly we have seen many youth that lives have been transformed through the skills that they are actually offering. You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for actually joining with us right now, live on the studio on the morning breakfast show. Yes, and I can see you are looking sharp, you are looking smart. I love the way you are dressing. Yes. Yeah, to start with, please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about the International Youth Fellowship.
Okay, I will start. Good morning, viewers and listeners. My name's Pastor Vayan Chiposa. I'm the IYF manager, branch manager there in Chilanga, where we have our IYF Bethel Youth Resource Center.
And my name is Chizao Josiah. I'm also from the same organization, International Youth Fellowship. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm the programs officer.
Wonderful. It's nice to meet you, gentlemen. Yes, I would love first to know what does the International Youth Fellowship Center actually do to young people?
All right. So, International Youth Fellowship, it is an international organization. Just from the word international, it's an international organization. So it was actually founded in our South Korea, and that is in the year 2001. Its main goal was to just be able to come and help out the youths to be able to overcome their social challenges and later after become well-able leaders that are responsible enough to be able to manage themselves, manage their families, communities, and the world at large. So that was its main goal. Here in Zambia, what IYF is currently doing, it is providing leadership skills, and also providing some skills, development, and also at least being able to just promote personal development. This is all aimed at just making sure that our entire youth is able to overcome their social and economical challenges. Yes. That is what it is doing currently.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for actually highlighting what you are doing. We know that this year Youth Day theme is Arise and Soar. Yeah. So from your perspective, what does this theme mean for young people in Zambia today, knowing what you are doing and mostly focus on the young people?
All right. So just in line with the our theme, to arise and our soul, it is high time that the youths of our country, Zambia, get to take up responsibility and get to participate in national development. And so, how can we now get to arise and what sow? We can only arise and sow if we are well equipped, well informed, and we have the rightful mindset. But this can only come if we've been nurtured well by well-able leaders, where we need to have mentors that are able to just talk to us and just prepare us to be able to maintain the pace that will be soaring at. Otherwise, it's high time that we get to take up the key responsibilities of our nation about this time.
Okay, just to add on from what my colleague has been said, also I believe to arise and soar starts with us really having the right mindset as the youths. And that's why we need, first of all, if we are to really accomplish this theme that we have today, we have, first of all, to make our mindset to be in a positive way as youths. And that's why our organization has this main core of mind education in it. So if we are to arise and soar, it means then we have, first of all, to change our mindset in the first place, and also even have some also skills that will help us also to also come into the development of this country. Because when we look at the development of any country, it starts with human resource. Changing the human resource first, then from there we are able to arise and soar together as we have the right mindset. So that's why we really also focus on this. We focus on what we are doing. We focus on also training leaders so they have the right mindset. We focus on also giving skills so that they are equipped with skills. Above all that, they have the right mindset to implement what they have learned.
Yes, so speaking into that, what kind of programs or activity does your center provide to help young people develop their skills and also confidence?
All right, so our organization has got different kinds of programs that actually run. We have leadership programs, and so in terms of leadership, how do we get to just inculcate this positive leadership skills? We have seminars, we've got camps, we've got conferences, and that we mostly use to just teach positive leadership skills to our well-able youths. And aside from that, we also have vocational skills, and with these we've got quite a number of our skills that we are providing. We have bricklaying, tailoring, we have computer literacy, we also have cosmetology, and we have so many other that we actually want to provide. And this time around, it's even much more better because we have the program that we actually call the Free Weekend Academy. Program.
Okay, so Free Weekend Academy, these are free programs you are offering?
Yes.
Okay.
For free.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we are offering this only on weekend basis, and this is the program that runs for only within 3 months, where any person that is actually interested can just apply, and we don't ask for maybe their academic qualifications, because it is meant to empower even the least youth in the community, so that at least they can be able to attain this skill that is able to improve their life, as well as make them be able to improve even their status of their families, and also changing their community at large. So we have over 21 skills that we actually offer just around the weekend. Yes, like that.
Okay, wonderful. You mentioned of that you normally have other programs, conference, summit. Yes, we saw that last year you had the summit, and during the closing moment of the Youth Connect Zambia Summit 2025, the exhibition booth of International Youth Fellowship Zambia received a special visit from Her Honor, the Vice President of the Republic of Zambia, Mutare Narumango, who arrived with her distinguished entourage. The Vice President took keen interest in the work being carried out by International Youth Zambia Fellowship, particularly its Mind Education Program, which focuses on transforming young people through positive mindsets and development. How did you receive the visit, and what practical steps is International Youth Fellowship Zambia taking to ensure this program reaches all the 10 provinces? I know maybe you might be in Zambia, or maybe if you have got any other actually centers within Zambia, maybe you can shed more light on that.
All right, so it is actually an honor that the Vice President was able to visit us. That wasn't her first visit. Even the resource center, it being actually what opened, she actually came to officiate the official opening of the center. That was in 2022, and so her visiting as last year by the Youth Connect was just her getting testimonies of what the organization has actually just produced so far. So in line with what IYF is currently doing with our various communities, first and foremost we work hand in hand with our government, and so we just glued to what the government is actually doing, getting to empower the youths in the communities. So that's how come we've actually begun the same free weekend academy program that we actually made mention. And not only that, also we've also opened up so many branches around Lusaka. We have our main one in Kamala South, and we have another in Mutendere. We have the other one in Kaunda Square, and the other one also in our Chilanga Bomor area. And aside Lusaka, we have one in Livingstone. We have the other on the Copper Belt in Dola, Kitwe. Yes, like that.
Okay, thank you so much for highlighting on that, on the other centers that you have within Lusaka, within even in Zambia at large. So I would love maybe to help many young people today face challenges such as unemployment, peer pressure, and lack of mentorship. From your experience working with youth, what are some of the biggest challenges that you have seen?
Yes, as you have already highlighted, it's unemployment, yes, peer pressure, we can just name. But there's another challenge that most of the youths don't want to even just grasp. Which one is that? They don't have the right mindset.
Okay.
Yes. So many people want to be employed, but the question is, are they equipped? Do they have the rightful mind to be able to maintain that employment?
Okay, so you're saying the biggest challenge that they are facing is their mindset.
It's their mindset.
Okay.
It starts from there.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we do as an organization?
Yes.
First and foremost, we have a mind education, our program that we get to just teach. This one is meant to be able to sharpen a youth or sharpen anyone that is actually connected unto us to first of all know who they are, discover themselves, that is about just self-awareness, self-identification, and be able to be competent enough to be able to participate in the development of the communities and the nation at large. So issues to do with unemployment will become the an odd time thing.
Okay.
If one receives the rightful mind, and if they have the proper skills at the end of the day, whereby they can even compete, even as you get to even apply, you even know,
okay,
I'm applying for this because I am very much competent enough. But you actually find majority of the youths that say, no, kulibenchito. No. Work is always there. But do you have the rightful mindset? What is making you think there is no work out there? Work is there, but how does it start? It actually starts with you. If you are skilled enough, you can provide employment unto others.
Okay.
Yes. So we actually change the mindset of our people. Instead of them looking outside first, look first within yourself. Do I have the necessary information, necessary skills that I can be able to help myself, maybe even grow economically, even being able to at least socialize with our people at a more global and like our competent what manner like that. It all starts first of all with you. Before you even look outside, it starts with you.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much for highlighting on that. What can you say to those youth? You know, there are some youth who don't really interested in some small skills, like they think, no, these skills are not meant for us. You know, there are those who just want maybe to do a long course, like you are doing some of your skills are short term. Yeah, you do some of the skills maybe for a short term. So what can you speak to those youths who would love, you know, because there are some of these skills can actually help them, especially when, you know, a skill, because when you have a skill, you become an entrepreneur on your own. Like, for example, you mentioned of bricklaying, you mentioned of plumbing. You know, these are small skills that can actually help them. So what advice can you give outside to the youth who are actually watching right now?
Okay, coming in, truly it's unfortunately that most of the people think that when you have maybe a long course, that's when you can have maybe a good job.
Yeah, most
And
people
also,
think like that, yes.
Most people think like that, but
yes,
actually what is important, it's actually having a skill.
Okay.
Because mostly our development of our country, development of our communities, development of our towns require people with skill.
Okay.
Yeah, with a certain skill, like building skill, you need a bricklayer. Like maybe an electrician is needed to do electrical. So these are actually skills that are really despised by some of the youths, are very much important and very much vital, both for them to have that skill, and also even for that skill to benefit even the community and also other people outside there. So our advice is truly, even if maybe you want to do a long-term skill, we advise that also have these short skills.
Okay.
Yeah, because it will be really to advantage. For example, you have a good job, but maybe you want to sort out just a small thing in your house. You require that skill, maybe an electrician skill or anything else. So I think our advice is every youth and everyone has to have these actually skills. I think the government also, through the president, actually supports this so much, because that's when we heard of the program that the president wanted to initiate, where before after one finishes grade 12, before going for college, one actually goes, at least does a skill. Okay. Before going there. Why? Because it's very much important. Okay. It can empower that person, and also even it can really change so many people as they have that skill as well.
Okay, thank you so much speaking into that. We know that more than 1,000 Zambian actually youth have benefited from your training programs. Do you have any inspiring success stories from young people who have gone through your program that you would love to share with us?
Yeah, actually we have a lot of stories that we have. Starting from the beginning, as we started training there at our IYF Youth Resource Center in Chilanga, we have a story of one also young man who came and did electrical engineering, and now he has established his own company. Putting electricity in his community now. Okay. It's only that I didn't come with the pictures here. Actually, I was able to send the pictures and what he's doing and all that. And also we have also other young people also who have done like construction. In bricklaying, and also so many. One of them is actually employed with Marco Polo company. And now he has been actually, can say, promoted to become one of the managers there. And he has taken in so many also young people from our organization to work in that company right now. So there are so many actually successful stories that we have from what really people have done as they come back to testify as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. You mentioned of the president speaking into that, allowing maybe if he can implement that. So I would love to know the Youth and Sport and Arts Minister Elvis C. Ankando commended the work of the International Youth Fellowship volunteers in Zambia on the 11th of December 2025 last year. How has the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Arts supported the implementation of these programs that you are learning?
Truly, the minister has supported us so much, starting from the time that we had an MOU with them.
Okay.
I think that was in 2016. We had an MOU with the Ministry of Youth and Sport. And this led to actually the government that time to give us also land where we have been able to establish the IYF Bethel Youth Resource Center there. And also it has been really very much supportive in terms of them coming in to support the work of the International Youth Fellowship, like in having these conferences that we have, especially leadership conferences and other also meetings that we have. The government comes in and also supports in one or the other, especially in connecting us with other also youth organizations so that we can have more youths to benefit from these programs that we have. So the government really have supported us so much in that regard as well.
Okay, thank you so much. Even as we are concluding, I would love, what message would you like to share share with the young people watching us this morning who may feel discouraged or unusual about their future?
All right, so yes, we actually believe to say every person is actually unique and that they've got a dream, every one of them. But for them to be able to unleash that our dream, there are a lot of challenges that get to come their way. So our main message is if you are able to actually connect to the organization, you can just connect through the various platforms and through the various physical branches that we are in, like in Kamwala South. You can actually visit us in our Kaunda Square, in Motendewe, Chilanga, Livingstone, Ndola, Kitwe. You can visit us physically, or you can even visit our social media handles, and then we'll be able to actually attend to you. Why are we saying this? We are here to actually help you discover who you are and how you can be able to overcome those challenges, so that at least at the end of the day, you can be a person that can successfully achieve your dreams.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so you have mentioned of people who would love to join you. They can actually follow you on your socials. Yes, I've seen with the materials that you have actually come with right now in the studio. I've seen one of these books is saying Navigating the Heart. Maybe you can just share more about these things that you have and how will it help the youth, especially the young generation, as we know that this year theme is Arise, and so even as we are concluding.
Yeah, so we have come with these materials with us. There's this book which is Navigating the Heart. This is one of the mind education actually books that we have there at our center.
Okay.
And these materials really are helping young people, especially to know about the mindset issue.
Okay.
And from there, as they are able to read these books, truly they are able to come to have a change of mindset in their life, and it helps them in that way so that they can have a right mindset. And when we have the right mindset, then one can arise and really soar in their life as well. So we have all these materials with us, not only this one, but we have other materials.
Okay, so some of these materials use them to teach the youth and
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
So they are used for teaching. Also, if you want to have them, you can come to our center. You can have one also, and you can be able to read and also learn something from these books as well.
Thank you so much. I know this book will be mine now.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. I see your center mostly, your center focuses mostly on changing the mindset of the youth. And it truly, indeed, most youth, their mindset are really not developed. Yes, and thank you so much for sharing your stories and sharing how they can actually navigate through their life and all those things that you have mentioned, the skills that you are offering and the other things. So maybe just in conclusion, just one word that you can speak to the youth who are just watching us, just one word and how they can reach you, and how just one word that you can say even as we are concluding right now.
Okay, one word.
Yes, one statement. If you want to say so.
Okay, one statement. Okay. One statement that I can say is that please feel free to come and join our programs that we have. We have so many programs that will develop you both individually. You'll be able to develop yourself, and also even your leadership skills. You are able to have those leadership skills and even acquire also some skills in your life. So please, you are welcome there in Chilanga or any other branch that you can visit. As my colleague here has mentioned, many other branches. So we are welcoming you, and thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me on this morning breakfast show. We are so happy and they are so delighted to actually have you on our program. Viewers who have been watching us, this is still morning breakfast show. We're going to take a short break. We're going just to take a short break, and we'll be joined by another guest on the other side, even as we come back. Stay tuned.
Thank you so much for tuning in. You're watching Teen Diaries.
Yeah, today let's get loud about something. About bullying. We deal with this on social media, in schools, and in our workplaces.
Take me deeper than my feet could ever
Could you share your story in a circumstance where you will find yourself being bullied?
I was able to respond. I mean, you don't have to agree. Someone talks to you like, hey, you're too skinny, you're too fat. You don't need to agree with that situation.
So did you ever reach out to any of the supervisors in school, your principal? Did you ever reach out to anyone?
After like 1.5 years of doing that, my friend was like, this is too much, just stand your ground, tell them off.
It's like, don't always listen to what people say, because some people are just always so negative. Like, look at yourself, you're beautiful in the mirror. And I always used to go to my mirror and tell myself, no, I'm beautiful.
Teen diaries, my heart unfolds, pages of fire, anything goes, laughing, crying, scars I hold. Teen diaries, my soul is told.
Welcome back to Light TV Zambia. This is Morning Breakfast Show. Today we focus on an important conversation around education and policy in our country. Zambia education remains one of the key pillars for national development, and the government's free education policy has opened doors for many learners across the nation. However, some youth advocates are now calling for this policy to be legalized into law to ensure its sustainability and protection for future generations. Joining us in the studio is Titus Mugala, a youth activist, a student from Chalimbana University, who is currently leading an advocacy campaign on this issue. Titus, thank you for joining us and welcome to Light TV Zambia.
Thank you for having me here.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, and I'm also joined by my co-presenter, Mr. Mike Mwanza. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Mike Mwanza, for joining us again. Yes. Mr. Titus, the free education policy has benefited many learners in your view. How has this policy impacted students and families across Zambia?
All right, thank you so very much. To begin, allow me to reintroduce myself.
Yes.
I'm Gala Titus, as the area mentioned.
Yes.
And I'm also serving as education coordinator with one of the organizations,
yes,
which is linked with the National Development Council,
yes,
called
yes,
MI Cooperative. So that organization is aiming at uplifting and also empowering young people to participate in the national conversation, which is also include the policy conversations.
Yes.
And I also serve as academic minister. So now looking to the question which you asked me concerning how free education has impacted the young people, I'm sure we have seen when you see the statistics currently and the statistic we had in 2015 up to 2020, somewhere there, and the comparison of today, we have a number of pupils who are back now, which is symbolizing to say we had a number of vulnerable who are not in school. Okay. And they were out because they had some of the school fees. Okay. And speaking from the experience, I am living the testimony, where 5 quarter school fees once came a barrier, and I almost stopped school. Okay. Yes, I even publicized in the newspaper concerning my story. Okay. So that's a barrier. So we have seen 1 million of pupils back in school because of this policy of free education.
Okay. Okay. So Mr. Titus, you are advocating for the legalization of this policy into law. Why do you believe it is more important for it to become legislation?
All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Mulenga.
Yes.
So we want to understand the difference between policy and the law. Okay. So when you talk about a policy, especially in this case, everyone is aware to say this policy, it was reintroduced by Hakainde Hichilema, our president.
Yes.
So when we say reintroduced, meaning that it was there and later on stopped and later on reintroduced.
Yes.
So it is because it was not legalized, it was not stable. That's why some of people, they thought, no, this policy is not well, let's cut it. And because of the President Hakainde Hichilema, they introduced it.
Yes.
So what we are thinking about the changes of the policies or the changes of the government. So if we change the government, that government might come with another policy which can even disturb this.
Yes, yes. So thank you so much for highlighting on that. So, Mr. Titus, I would love to actually ask you something. Some people argue that free education can be costly for the government to sustain. What is your response to such concerns?
All right, thank you so very much, Mr. Mulenga.
Yeah.
So we want to discuss this issue, and everyone who is watching this TV should understand to say we are not debating, but coming together to give the insight on how we can put this to be stable and also be beneficial. So if people consider free education to be a cost, meaning they are missing a part of cost and investment, they need to understand to say education on itself is an investment. When we prioritize education, we are investing in the future doctors, we are investing in the future leaders, we are investing in the future human resource. You know what is happening currently at Mufumbwe, where they are chasing people. They are not chasing people, they are chasing unskilled people. And if we give this free education, meaning that we are giving the human resource and people can operate our resource in this country. So we need to make sure that it is not viewed in the lens of cost, but viewed in the lens of investment.
Okay, you are saying you should view.
Yes, okay, so from your perspective as a student of activists, what are the challenges that you have observed in the implementation of the free education?
Thank you so very much, sir, for that powerful question. I'm not talking just because I want to talk on TV, but I've carried a number of research where I engage with a number of schools, I engage with the community facilities. So number of them, they have told me to say, this is the introducing of free education policy has made number of people to go in school, and it has now resulted in the overcrowding. Now we are talking about the improper infrastructure. But those things, we should not talk about it, because we know that when we legalize free education, we are now telling the nation to be the priority. So those things will come because now we know that it's a priority. Right now, if we talk about the budget allocation, there is a point you need to understand. If you get a loan, and someone just give it to say, well, you need to give me back. There is that a position where you say, okay, that money I got as a loan, I need to pay. Because when the deadline comes, the increment will start. You know, you put as a mandate. But if someone just helped you, you give back according to when you feel like. So the policy stands as something which is not well prioritized. But if it is legalizing, those challenges which we have, the overcrowd and infrastructure, lack of quality, will come after, because now we have known that free education is a priority for a nation.
Okay, thank you so much for answering that, Mr. Titus Mugala. So, Mr. Titus Mugala, you are a young leader, advocating for change. Why is it important for young people to participate in policy discussion and national development?
All right, thank you so very much for that point. So, Mr. Mulenga and my co-host here, we need to understand that our country, we have a population of youths more than the other stages.
Yes, we do know that.
And if we allow our ancestors or our fathers to contribute in this policy engagement, then we are using the secondary data. So when the youth participate in this policy engagement, they are giving real information, because we are the one being affected as youths, according to the population of our country, Zambia. So if we participate, meaning that we are giving direct primary data about policy information and anything, because it is affecting us. We are having a real information. We are having a real challenges affecting us direct.
Okay. So you feel like it's more important for young people?
Very, very important, exactly.
Discussion. Maybe you can shed more light. How is it more important, especially to young people, in discussion of this national development? In what way you feel like youth will benefit?
So if you see, I want to talk about our recently bill which was adopted, Bill 7. There is a clause which allows the youths to be the leaders or to take part in the parliaments. But now, if they don't participate in this policy conversation, how do you expect them to air out the positive thing in the parliament? The work should start today, before they even ushered in the parliament and other positions. That's why they are very, very cardinal, because they are now part of the constitution. They are driving this nation.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Titus, answering into
good.
that.
Okay,
Yes.
Tell us about the advocacy campaign you are running and what activity you are undertaking to push this agenda further.
All right. Just as Elia mentioned, to say I'm engaging with a number of community, the schools, and also young people. And also with the help of an organization called MI Cooperative, where we engage young people across Zambia. We have different branches in Zambia and also in Lusaka and also outside Lusaka. So there we usually host the conferences and also teach young people on how they can be positive in terms of policy engagement, leadership, and also education. Not only that, I also, personally, when I'm listening to the speech, I make sure that I interpret that speech. There is one of the speech which was led by our president to say, we need to make sure that we understand the power of social media. I have taken everyday step to make sure that social media become my school and make sure that even your page, your light TV become my platform. So engaging with you and also KPN TV has given me the opportunity to air out and also give my view concerning free education while we are lashing it or we are making it legalized.
Okay, so I've heard you mention that you do some conferences where you air out these positive ideas to youths. So after now doing the conferences you have taught those youths, do you certify them, or maybe is there anything that can be put in line so that people even out there when they go, they say, I'm a person that has taken an interest in this, or I'm specialized, or I've the education, or maybe a bit of education in something that you have taught. Do you certify them, or is there anything that they can hold for evidence sake?
Yes, so with our organization called MI Cooperative, which is under Youth National Council, we certify them. So personally, me, I'm an education coordinator. That's why I'm focused more in education. But we also offer different programs in climate change. But I don't want to talk about climate because we are talking about education currently. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Titus, having you on this live show. I would love, what message would you like to send to policy makers and leaders regarding the future of free education in Zambia?
All right, thank you so very much. So we are talking about free education, which we need to understand as an investment. So the message which I would like to send to our policymakers in our country, they need to understand to say free education, the moment they legalize it, they are giving 1 million of opportunity to us youths. If they say youths, the opportunity they are there, this is one of the opportunities they can do to create for us. So they need to make sure that they also carry research so that at least we are talking about free education policy. When you talk about a policy, it doesn't even have a clause. So if they think about legalizing free education, they are now also thinking about what are some of the clauses will be part of this free education. So they need to make sure that they give 1 million of this opportunity, because we have already seen that 1 million of people went back to school because they had some barriers concerning free education, the fees. So if they give this to be legalized, now they are giving the youths, the future leaders of this country, the 1 million of opportunities.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Titus. Now that the president said we shall legalize before election, what are your message to the community?
All right, thank you so very much. So, and I understand professionalisms, especially when the president says something, you are not allowed to be repeating the same thing. But what you are allowed is to contribute on how those things they can learn. So now, the community now, they need to come forth to make sure that they submit what is supposed to be put in the constitution for that law to be sustainable. So what I'm talking about, I have seen a challenge where you go in one of the community schools, you find that pupils, they are almost undressed. They are thinking that the school dressed them. Those parents who are thinking like that, they are not wrong, because they talk about free education. Even books and uniform, they can be part of the free education. So that's some of the point. As a community, we need to submit to the government, ask them, what are some of the clauses are you putting concerning the Eden cost? Because Eden cost, there are some of the costs which are supposed to be operated by the community. But if the government, they don't want to separate it, you will find that even the education are losing the meaning. So the communities, they must come in board, submit some of the clauses which are supposed to be part of the constitution for it to be sustainable, and also give respect to education, to means of education, I mean.
Okay. So maybe just to draw you back a bit, I heard you mentioning that because of overcrowding in schools and maybe having of little resources and infrastructure, that many children would access free education.
Sure.
Yes, so now, because we want every child to access education, so what do you think we should do, or the government should do, to accommodate every child so that they access the education also?
Actually, we have the Act, the Education Act, if not number 135, which prioritizes the government to give a good infrastructure. So there is no way you can give someone to say, you have this place, but you don't give what's supposed to be in that place. There is no way you can give someone a plot, there's no way you can give someone a plot, minus giving those papers for that plot. You understand my point? So even the government, the moment we legalize this free education, we are talking about now budget allocations. So the budget will be well allocated, how many infrastructure needed for this province, how many infrastructure needed, because we know that now it's a national things. Yes. And I want also to air out to people in authority, especially our ruling government now currently. So, Mr. Shepherd, we need to understand to say free education, it is something which is very important. But today, if you go to the opposition to talk about free education, no one will give you the positive result. You know the reason? The reason is because they are thinking free education, it is part of one of the parties, not the national matters. But if this free education is legalized, if you go to the opposition party, because they also know that they belong in this country, they will give you a positive result. So if we legalize, we are telling each and every citizen to contribute. But nowadays, the only people who contribute are those who are now maybe being favored. One of the parties, we don't want to talk about any politics here. Yes, but we are talking about real things. If you got the political party, opposition parties right now, no one will talk about free education in a positive manner. They will give you a negative because they think it is now favoring one of the opposition. So if we legalize, even the opposition will contribute positive because they know that this one is a national matter.
Okay. Sure. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Titus Mugala, for having you on our morning breakfast show. I would just maybe, as we are concluding, what message do you have for fellow students and young people who are benefiting from this policy?
All right, thank you so very much. As the area mentioned, to say I've been engaging with communities, pupils, and teachers. I had a conversation with one of the teachers at Chongwe district, where he told me something where the pupils, they are reporting when they feel like. Break time is ending at 10 hours, and now they are coming at 11 hours. So now I had to understand, to say now pupils, they are taking this free education for granted, and which is should not be a case. So our fellow youths, please, I pray with you, as we receive this generosity from our president, let's not take it for granted. Let's use it wisely. And also to our family, our parents, they need to understand to say charity begins at homes. If they don't train us well, even if we get this free education, we are not going to give back to this development. So our pupils, they need also to make sure they take it serious, no granted things. And also our parents, they need to give us a right skill because we know that charity begins at home.
Okay, thank you very much, Titus Mugala, for sharing your insight and perspective on this important issue. Education continues to be a powerful tool for transformation. Conversation like this remind us of the role that citizens, especially young people, can play in shaping the future of our nation. As the discussion around the future of the free education policy continues, it is clear that collaboration between government, community, and young people will be key to building a strong education system for generations to come. You have been watching Light TV Zambia. I am your host, Shepherd Mulenga, and thank you for joining us, and also my co-host, Mike Mwanza, and we have just been joined by Titus Mugala. Thank you so much for sharing your views on this actually free education. Thank you so much, viewers who are watching us live on Light TV Zambia. Stay tuned, and we'll be joined by another guest on this morning breakfast show who will be sharing a very powerful story. He is actually a public figure, and I would love you not to miss. Please stay tuned, even as we'll be joined by Lesa. Thank you so much. Stay tuned.
Others were working, they had good jobs, but they lost it along the way. So they need your support, they need your help. Feel free to visit our center so that we advise on how we can come together and help these individuals.
Auto-Based Engineering is a fully registered company that has services such as towing service, we have a saloon, we repair cars, we have a car wash,
Barbershop is a top-notch,
and many more.
Auto-Based Engineering is the company which you can rely on. We touch any car. We are just at the corner of Pemba Road and Mosotunya Road. You know what? We deliver the best. Yes, we are growing very fast. It's a top-notch company ever in Zambia. When you come, wherever you are, whether you are in America, you come to visit Zambia, please just go to Google Map, type Auto-Based Engineering Group. It will take you where we are. Auto-Based is a one-stop shop.
Come to Auto-Based Engineering where the best is done. If you want to know where we're located along Mosotunya Road, just right at the corner of Pemba Road, Chilla South. If you want to contact us, you can call us on 0977 18 12 73.
Auto-Based Engineering, doing what we know best. Auto-Based, Auto-Based, Auto-Based.
Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression. The heart of knowledge builds in our school library with a wide collection of fiction, non-fiction, reference material, and digital resources. Our school offers exciting and safe playground facilities for both ECE and primary students. Safety is our top priority, and our drivers are carefully selected for their professionalism and commitment to the well-being of our students. At Christ Life School, we believe education is not just about passing exams, it's about preparation. So, if you are looking for a school that feels like home, where your child will be known, loved, and challenged to reach their highest potential, then Christ Life School is the place.
Welcome back to Morning Breakfast Show on Light TV Zambia. Today we have a very special guest joining us in the studio, someone who has been inspiring many young people through conferences, mentorship, and a powerful talk on personal growth. He is a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, and a public speaker who is passionate about empowering young people to discover their potential and purpose. Please help me welcome Lesa Junior Lesa. Thank you so much, Lesa Junior Lesa. Why is it your name is Lesa Junior Lesa?
Thank you so much, Shepard, for having me on the show.
Yes.
I think from inception, this question really bubbles up
Okay.
And most people ask, why lesser, junior lesser?
Yes, yes.
But in truth, maybe let me make it record here on Light TV to say it's lesser. The junior comes from the story behind the lesser.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So being a miracle child, it's quite interesting if it should suit you best to say my mom and dad share the same surname before they got married.
Okay.
So they're both lessers.
Ah, really? That's
Yeah.
really nice. Dr. Lesa,
Yeah.
you know, many people know you as a motivational speaker and mentor to youth. Can you briefly tell us about your personal journey from becoming a medical doctor to inspiring young people through conferences and speaking engagement?
Thank you so much. Behind the lights and everything that I come with and titles, Lesa is basically a young person who was born in Ndola, the heart of Ndola. My childhood was quite funny. I began my early stages of primary at a primary school called Anastasia back in Ndola, transitioned to Masala Basic, now Masala Secondary, went to Apex. That's where I did my medical degree, and from there, in that journey, I started the venture of public speaking. Now, it should interest you, Shepard, that I wasn't always speaking the way I do. I grew up with a stuttering problem. So I used to stutter a lot. So growing up, I was bullied. I was intimidated. I never used to go to school because of that problem. So even being in school, being smart and everything that crowns it, behind the lights and everything, I taught myself how to speak. But the greatest aspect came in when I initiated God in the equation. So I taught myself how to speak, and now we've spoken in over 12 countries. We are pioneering a movement called Speech Society, with impact with over 25,000 youths and students and counting. So it's been an incredible movement, and we just owe it to God.
Okay, wonderful. I know one of the key topics that you talk about, you often talk about, is about mindset. Yes, you normally talk about mindset. Why is it so important for young people today, especially those who want to succeed in life?
Thank you so much. I forgot to mention one thing to say. Lesa is also the founder of a society called Speech. Now, Speech Society is a society that breeds young people in conversations where both the young and the old to speak on different thematic areas like mindset transformation, like you earlier mentioned, Shepard, identity, and of course mastery. Now, these three thematic areas are cardinal because we also teach executive trainings, management consultancy, down to brand and strategy, mindset transformation, identity, and mastery. Why mindset transformation, you might ask? Every person, be it on earth, needs to understand that the only thing that limits them to get where they're going is the mind. Now, the mind is so powerful that the Bible explicitly tells it. I'm unapologetically a Christian, so I'll be using the Bible in reference every now, time, and then. So you understand that in the Bible, something explicit happened there, and it's transformed my thinking, even when I was creating the organization. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So there is a certain way of thought that inclines in the heart, and becoming also comes by thought. So ask yourself, say, what do you govern your thought with for action to actually be produced? So there's a way where you can actually start orienting yourself in thought first before you actually start executing. The second thing is identity. Now, identity comes to how then do you know yourself in actually actualizing something. So are you mandated to do a specific part? So there's a way where you can walk out of your alignment, identity, and you cannot think in a certain level while not mastering what you have, and you misplace the even actuality of life. So we focus on mindset not because of anything, but because This is the only beacon of execution. This is the only beacon of everything. We talk about the national GDP, economics, and everything that inclines with it. You find that it begins with the mind. So a mind that's not healthily set, a mind that's not healthily transformed. Let me take you back to history class. From inception, 1964, Zambia tries to do a paradigm shift. And the first thing that comes in when Kenneth Kaunda was doing everything with his fellows, Simon Monsaka Pwepo and everyone, they just decided with a certain mindset to say, we've had enough. So a mindset has got a beacon of transforming certain generations, transforming certain paradigm shifts, and transforming narratives. So a person that transforms mind transforms a destiny.
Okay, wonderful. We are talking about transforming mind. So what are some practical ways youth can actually develop a strong and a positive mindset?
Thank you so much. Firstly, we must understand that being a young person, right now there's something that is going around media to say young people are lazy. Young people cannot complete anything. Young people misappropriate funds. Young people are put on tables of conversations and come out with narratives that don't complete anything. And this has been proven for quite some time. You see that most young people, when they're given an opportunity, they misplace the opportunity. Why? And that is now inclined in a stereotype mechanism. Mr. Shepard, right now, if we put you in a table of conversation today, just because you're young, you'll be equated off the conversation, not with the things that you bring to the table, but because of your age.
That's true.
Now, I was in Nairobi one time, and we're having a conversation. This is in Kenya, and somebody says, young people are so lazy. You young people just love women. We've been seeing you on social media, TikTok and everything. Now, it interested me in a part where I told this man, if I went aggressively and told him, sir, no, we're ready to do this and ready to do that. I mentioned to him, I said, sir, yes, we are lazy. We cannot complete anything. But sir, how then can you help us to actually become better? Why am I telling you this story, Shepard? Young people in this generation don't understand that we need the older generation to actually make it in a certain way. If young people can learn from previous mistakes, we'll be avoiding a certain cycle in repetitive mistakes. If you got your phone today and you went outside and you broke your phone, the next time you're going outside, you'll be conscious enough where your phone is. What am I trying to say? People that have gone before us in terms of steps, people that have gone before us in terms of narratives are important. I started with this example because of this. Mindset transformation with young people is in 3 stages. Number 1, a vision. Now, a vision is something that you foretell and, of course, reflect on you now with your past. A vision is later broken down into 3, Shepard. Number 1, the past. Number 2, the future. Number 3, the present. Why? The past has got a way of teaching you, Shepard, on how you orient in your present for your future to be erective. In a certain way that the past can teach you. So how then do you use your past to create your future using your present? So if I say 5 seconds from now becomes my future, whatever I say in these 5 seconds later becomes my future. If I don't say anything in these 5 seconds, my future won't be standard. So what do you do now to create your future? And that's basic mindset.
Mindset.
Okay,
so a lot of youth really needs to develop their mindsets.
A lot of youth needs to develop mindset, because mindset transformation is in 3 beacons, like I mentioned, Shepard. So the vision which I explained explicitly on the past, present, and future. Look, there's some people that are in a loop in the past that hurt them. Today, Shepard, if you lost your parents in your past, you failed your exam in your past, your fiancé left you on the altar in your past, you were divorced in your past, it will affect your present and your future won't be made. Why? You'll be lingering in your past, hoping that the present is nothing but, not good enough, and your future becomes disturbed. The children of Israel learned this mistake. They learned from their past by hurt. Then they focused on their present with the promises of Canaan in the future. So there's a way where the past can teach you, the present can manifest how your future looks like.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing those powerful insight. Mr. Lesa, I would love to know, how did you discover yourself that God has called you in this area as a public speaker, and what is really helping you to develop yourself and to be focused in life?
So firstly, I'll tell you one thing. Way back when somebody asked me a question to say, Lesa, who are you?
Yes.
The first thing I would start talking about medicine. I would talk about me being a speaker. I would talk about everything that I do. I would talk about I've spoken in over 12 countries. I would talk about I run 3 organizations, being CEO in each of these organizations. I run a management consultancy. I'm running their speech. But this time when somebody asks me to say, who are you?
Yes.
I only have one response.
Okay.
Because this response is above everything and everything that I come with. I'm a child of God.
Okay.
That's the best response I can actually give to anything. Why do you ask that? I discovered that with enticing words, there's a scripture in the Bible, just don't know which one. It says, not with enticing words of man, but with demonstrations of power and acts. So I understood that men can be enticing by words, but if their words are not manifest in power, it's failure. Let me explain something. There is a way you speak to people, there is a way you speak at people. So speaking to people is speaking to their hearts. Speaking at people is speaking to their flesh. I understood that I was a good public speaker. I'd spoken in over 12 countries and counting now. Right? We'll be in South Africa in May. Okay, we'll be in Zimbabwe in April. So there's a way you speak at people, the way you speak to people. So I noticed, Shepherd, that I was hosting crowds. In 2014, I hosted my debut crowd, with my biggest crowd being 1,800 youths in over 8 countries. But even then, I didn't feel that satisfaction. Why? Because I was speaking at people. So there's a way you speak at people, there's a way you speak to people. Speaking to people is speaking to their hearts and what they represent. Speaking at people is speaking to their flesh. If I speak to you, I'm speaking to your spirit. There's a way words are spirit. God in the inception of time, he did something that was incredible. Shepherd, he said, let there be. Let there be. And there was light. And those words were deemed as spirit. Remember, down even in the inception, they said the words are spirit and the word became manifest in flesh. So there's a way your words can speak to the spirit which is inside you, that's speaking to people. Because words themselves are spirit. So you speak to a fellow spirit by being a spirit first, which are words. That's why words can bless and curse. Today, if somebody tells you this and this, it's a blessing or it's a curse. Those are words. Now, speaking at people is speaking to their flesh. This is why you find a public speaker will come on stage, speak entice words, but people go back the same. So so if you want to start making impacts today, learn to speak to people. But how then do you speak to people in public speaking? Number one, learn what they represent. When you learn what people represent, you understand that you are speaking to their problems and you are speaking to what they represent and not what at the moment is happening. Number two, you also need to understand that when you're speaking to people, you need to understand that you need to speak to yourself first. Because there's a way where God created the heaven and the earth, and the Bible says he sat back and he said, this is good. So there's a point of self-reflection when you're speaking. All right? You cannot pour into another cup if you don't pour in your cup. But there's a way you pour into your cup so fully. The Bible also says that Christ in me, the hope of glory. So the only way your words can have hope is when you have Christ in you. So I did realize that I cannot just be an ordinary public speaker. That's the moment of transformation that came in. I had to unlearn certain things. I can't just be ordinary. I'm speaking to what people represent. I'm speaking to their problems. Hence, even when I'm teaching public speaking in the corporate space and everywhere else, I need to understand that let's add the God aspect. Don't you feel bad, Shadrick, when we talk of millionaires and the only thing that you think about are Satanists and big people? Why can't young people be tenacious enough in the space? Why can't you be 23 years old and you're rich? Why can't you be 23 years old and you're a fluent public speaker but zealous for God, winning souls for the kingdom as well? I understood that I can still be in the corporate space, be excellent, make money, and be young and successful.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's actually insightful. So, Mr. Lesa, why are you so passionate about youth, and what do you hope to see in them? Because you mentioned that there were over 25,000 people that you spoke to last time. Why are you so passionate about the youth?
Okay, so for starters, let me say this on light TV. There is this misconception that people can make it young.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
It's there.
Today, if Mr. Shepherd, you say that I'm a pastor who drives 5 cars, the first thing that they'll tell you is that you're a Satanist.
Yes, that's true.
Or you're Antichrist. Today, if you speak about Christ boldly,
that's true.
in public, you'll be deemed to be boring.
Yeah, you're right.
Somebody told me one thing. We were on a flight going to Durban.
Okay.
And they told me, how do you do this? So I kept quoting scripture, this and this and this. And they asked me to say, why are you too spiritual? So I tapped them and said, sir, why are you too carnal?
Okay.
Nobody can make me feel bad right now of being in God and confidently in God. I'm zealous about the young people because we want to set and change a certain shift in mindset. The shift of young people being lazy, young people not completing what they do, young people misappropriating funds, young people cannot make it, young people cannot be in leadership. If we bounce back in the Bible, we'll see that even the Bible in itself, in its templates, advocates for young people to do everything.
That's true.
Let me show you. David, 19 years old, becomes prime minister in 5 different governments. Okay? Daniel, 19 years old, becomes prime minister in 5 different governments. David is ushered into the kingdom at 15 years old to play the harp for the king, slays Goliath at 16. Jesus is a disruptor in the temple at 12 years old. Okay? Joseph is governed at 38 years old. Mary, the mother of Jesus, is pregnant at 14 years old. Most people don't know this. You're not young to make impact. Okay? Mary got pregnant at 14. This is why they confidently say Mary the Virgin. Because it was a taboo. It wasn't normal. Young people need to know how to break what is normal into boundaries and records.
That's true.
Young people should be comfortable enough and making it, being successful at the age of 21, and nobody should be shocked. Okay?
Yes.
Sir, I was at a convention. The youngest CEO there was 16 years old.
Don't tell me.
16 years old was the youngest CEO there. In Zambia, 16 years old is still watching SpongeBob and looking at Spider-Man.
That's true.
So the paradigm shift of young people right now should be centered on more evaluation acts than more conceptual acts. What am I trying to say? Today in China, a 16 years old having an iPhone is normal. In Zambia, having an iPhone is a luxury. We see them on mirrors and turning their selfies and everything. It's exciting in their head. In China today, if we look at it, you see that there's a certain shift of young people who are innovators. Now, allow me to also explain to you that the economy is broken down into 3. Because most people think we just talk about Christianity and we don't know about economics.
Yes.
Let me teach you. Economy is broken down into 3. Each country runs on 3 pillars. The first thing is the academia. The second thing is the investors. The third thing is the businessman. Now, the academia is responsible of rectifying what is known as thought to actually put it into conception and play. So in America or other states in the West, even the Asian tigers, what they do is that when a concept comes in, the academia needs to analyze it. This is why you find that professors outside have got money, professors in Zambia have got dirty shoes, that they're always complaining, I wish I didn't do this. Why? Because the academia needs to transform an idea that you have. Today, Shadrach, if you say you want to invent a light bulb, the academia, UNZA, everyone needs to actually get that idea, thrive it through, and see how they can make it better for you. Then we have the second people called the investors. The investors now come and invest in your idea as a businessman. So there's the academia, a businessman, which is you, with a business idea, then the investors who invest in this business to bring back. What is this doing? It's adding back to the national GDP, creating jobs, and this is the ecosystem on how an economy is balanced on. Now, if these 3 things are flawed and young people cannot think in this direction, we are flawed as a country. I'm zealous about young people because I want young people to make it young. I want young people to break out of the shells that tell them that they're too young to make it. I want a paradigm shift in Zambia, even across the world and Africa, that limits young people to make it young. I want young people to start thinking odd. Let me teach you something before I actually close in this question.
Yes.
Is that if you're a young person, you think like a young person, you make money and you attract opportunities that belong to young people. So if you want to be ahead of your time, sir, start thinking ahead of your time, but still be a young person so that you reach the time before you reach the time. There's a way you can attract opportunity by looking like the opportunity yourself.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we take a short break, Dr. Lesa, another powerful concept you talk about is mastery. Yes, for someone watching this morning who wants to excel in their field, whether it's academic, business, or leadership, what does mastery really mean to you?
Okay. A CEO gets 5 people. This CEO gets these 5 people, and he's so desperate about this. By the way, this was taught to me by my mentor, Walubengo. He sat us down and he told us, a CEO gets 5 people. These 5 people are equally qualified in each field. Then he says, I want to only hire 1. So these people have got masters in each and every field. They've got degrees in each and every field. There are 5 people, remember. So what he does is that he takes them out for coffee. Okay. Then he says, order your coffee. The first person orders coffee. The second person orders coffee. Third person orders coffee. Fourth person orders coffee. Fifth person orders coffee. The first person gets the coffee and puts sugar without tasting the coffee. The second person does the same thing. The third person does the same thing. But these other 2 people gets the coffee, tastes it, and asks the waiter politely to come through. And they add sugar. Okay? This other person does the same. So the master says, okay, 1, 2, 3, move this side. Your interview is over. Why? Because they just put sugar without tasting it. There is a way you can be specific to certain problems by being or following little things, because there is a way you can have little things to manifest in big things. I'll explain why. These 3 people did not taste the coffee. These 3 people just added sugar. What if the coffee was already sweet? A person that is not cardinal to problems cannot master themselves. All right? So these people were taken aside. Then these 2 people remained. But remember, the master only needed 1 person. So he says, which one of you can speak publicly? This other person now starts speaking. This other person could not speak. Attention to details, but could not speak. He was chased out. And he picked 1 person who became CEO. What am I trying to explain? King Saul wanted something. He only wanted the person who can play the harp. That's the only thing. But the Bible in 1 Samuel, should be 16 somewhere there, it says that David, okay, King Saul asked, who can play the harp? And the servant said, there's a young man called David. He's brave, he's smart, he's handsome, he's diligent in his work, and he's talented. 5 things when they requested for 1. So if you don't master being extraordinary in 5 things when you just have 1, today if they want a TV presenter, sir, you must be a TV presenter who is smart, who can also market, who can also do every other thing to actually stand out. So if you don't learn mastery in these things, mastery in the speech society, we teach about excellence. We teach about how you can stand out from the rest, because there are 4 types of value. Extraordinary value, ordinary value, unique value, and compelling value. Ordinary value tells you to be an ordinary presenter.
That's true.
Extraordinary value separates you from the ordinary presenters. Unique value is what causes you to light TV to come and present and other TV stations. Compelling value, it's what the nations will call you for. Psalms 2, verse 8.
Okay, thank you so much. That's so insightful. Viewers, I hope you have been blessed by what Dr. Lesa is actually sharing. This is powerful and it's so touching. We'll take a short break and we'll come for conclusion. Thank you. Stay tuned.
This is Light TV on Top Star Channel 121. Light TV, inspiring transformation every day.
Are Are you a small business and want to grow? On Light TV, you too can sell. Make big earnings. Tap into the market. It's on fire, rolling and tasty. Irenda, irepia. Call our marketing team and be a part of this exciting offer. Revamp your business, re-strategize, and let our creative team take your business to the next level. Call the numbers on the screen now so that we can take your business to another level. Ilenda Ilepia, exclusive to Light TV.
Welcome back to Morning Breakfast Show. We are still having a conversation with Dr. Lesa, who is the CEO for I Am Speech. Dr. Lesa, thank you so much for once again for actually coming on Light TV Morning Breakfast Show. You normally speak of value. Yeah, you normally speak of value, which is something many young people struggle to understand. What does it mean for young people, for a young person to actually to create value in society?
Okay, so value in itself is the only beacon of manifestation that one person has to have. Let's look at it in the corporate sense. The corporate sense has got three types of structures that it thrives on. Okay. Number one, branding. Number two, communication. Number three, marketing. If you want to add the fourth one, you maybe look at your M&Es and KPIs. Yes, okay? Yes. So, in a nutshell, these four things, or each business, is built on value. Because remember, a business is only there to solve a problem. If you're having a business that's not solving anything, you are not making money, because the world itself is a transactional world. There's always buying and selling. Since we're on the Christian lane, let me also teach you that everything is transactional. Jesus Christ comes here. You think Jesus came here for free? No, there is a trade that happened. The Bible says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only son. For what? For your sins. So God gave his son to get what? Your sins. So it's a transactional world. Now, value in conception is something that each person has to have. I mentioned four things that each brand or each corporate space has. Let's talk about a brand. There's something that we call the triad of branding. Okay. The triad of branding is association breeds assumption. Assumption breeds reputation. Reputation breeds identity. Identity breeds value. Value breeds resources. Okay. Association breeds assumption. Assumption breeds reputation. Reputation breeds identity. Identity breeds value. Value breeds resources. The people you associate with will breed what we assume about you. Today, Shepherd, if you're with somebody, because of that association, I'll start thinking you are like that somebody. So the association breeds assumption. This is why you'd find that each and every company wants to associate with a brand. When I Show Speed came here, Hungry Lion associated with that brand, Vatra associated with that brand. Why? Because association breeds assumption. So we start assuming that this person associates with this one. Association breeds assumption. Assumption breeds reputation. When you're found with, let's say, Dr. Sholwe or Pastor Sholwe, we start thinking that you also speak, or you have a mindset of Dr. Sholwe. So your association will breed our assumption about you. That's true. They need to start breeding reputation. So your reputation now changes, Mr. Shepherd. We will now start thinking, oh, so this man is also smart. This man has got this type of knowledge. Why? Because you are associating with somebody. So when you associate with somebody, we now assume about what. This is why young people actually are lost Why? You're associating with the wrong people, so we assume something about you. If you're associating with people that remove smoke in their nose as dragons, we start assuming that you're also a dragon. You're that person. Then that's what your reputation is. That's why some young people are put in a cluster of associating with wrong people. And they start saying, just because I'm a kolewa, I'm a chita so. But it is also true. Because look at this shepherd. When you are associating with 4 fools, there's a high chance that you're the 5th fool.
Yes,
and you don't know it. You're associating with 4 fools, there's a high chance you're the 5th fool. But if you're associating with 4 great people, if you're not great yet, there's a high chance you're the 5th next great person.
Yeah, that's true.
Understand what I'm saying? So association leads to assumption. Then we start assuming about you. Then your reputation changes. We start saying, shepherd is like this. It's like this. Reputation. Then when we start saying, so, that becomes your identity. Association leads to assumption. Assumption leads to assumption. Then identity becomes next. So what then do we identify you as? Now, when you identify you as something, this is the question now what you asked, your value.
Yes.
If today you are a presenter, you're associated with Light TV, we start assuming you are like each personnel from Light TV. It becomes your reputation. That presenter from Light TV, it becomes your identity. The presenter who is associated with Light TV, who works at Light TV. That's now your identity. Now this identity needs to bring you value. What is value? What people now bring in. Because your identity speaks for you on the market. This today when we talk about Dumisani, everyone thinks about the Radco entrepreneur, but did you know that there are so many Dumisanis? Why? Because he has associated himself with a certain brand, we've assumed something about him, and he's put his identity on the market, then value is following next. If we think about Coca-Cola, let me just drive the point home. If you think about Coca-Cola today, it's a drink that we associate with it. So meaning assumption on the market is that Coca-Cola is the best drink. Value is built. There's a common saying that says, chase the bag, chase the bag. No, don't chase the bag. Create value, then the bag chases you. Because because money is always in motion. So when you're chasing something that is always running, you'll never catch it.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing those nice points. So in conclusion, I would love you to share something. How can young people actually position themselves so that they can become valuable and impactful in their community and careers?
Positioning yourself looks like, in conclusion, start looking like where you're going.
Okay.
In conclusion, start looking like where you're going. As a young person, just start looking like where you're going. Start being before you become. There is a way you can start looking like your opportunity by becoming your opportunity first before you meet your opportunity. It's not fake it till you make it. No. It's becoming before you actually become. So a young person needs to start looking like where they are going. This is why when opportunity meets you preparing, it's failure. But when opportunity meets you prepared, it's success. Young people need to start looking like where they are going by unlearning certain things, breaking traditions and cultures, and of course learning skills that work later for them. Education being the best equalizer. Get into rooms of conversations, continue developing yourself, continue learning. Lastly, if a young person needs to be great, they needs to follow these 3 steps. Number 1, read. Number 2, read. The last one is very much interesting. Read.
Sort of 3 of them is to read.
Just
read. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that talks about personal growth.
Personal growth.
So personal growth is more important compared to, for example, textually you go to school like that. It's also important for someone to develop themselves.
Somebody needs to understand that you cannot develop anything outside if you don't develop anything inside. Because the outside is only a reflection of what you have inside.
Wonderful.
That's why a projector is so small, but whatever you plug it in is only projecting what is there. It's like a computer, sir. Junk in, junk out. Knowledge in, knowledge out. Useless in, useless out. Good in, good out.
Dr. Lesa, thank you. This is actually a powerful conversation. Thanks, inspiring and very important for young people today. And to all the youth watching us this morning, remember your mindset shapes your future. Master your craft. Create value wherever you go and never forget who you are. Thank you so much for watching Morning Breakfast Show. This has been actually Shepherd Mulenga hosting you on this Morning Breakfast Show. And thank you so much, viewers who are watching us. You can share the live video if you're watching us on Facebook. If you're watching us on Topstar, you can actually phone in the lines that are there on the screen, and would love your views and also your comment. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.
This is Light TV on Top Star Channel 121. Light TV, inspiring transformation every day.
Christ Life is more than a school. It's a nurturing community. Our qualified teachers use innovative methods that keep the minds and hearts of our students engaged. Our cafeteria isn't just a place to eat. It's a hub of nourishment and community. Our sports activities are always filled with fun and creativity that promote teamwork and confidence in every child. With access to the latest educational software, learners are prepared for the digital age with confidence and creativity, empowering students with skills in and out of the classroom. Swimming is a life skill that is cardinal for survival. Our ballet programs teaches more than just dance. It installs grace, discipline, and expression, the heart of knowledge